Good morning. Today we're going to role play Greeks at the Dionysus festival so that we can write a diary entry about each day of the festival. Our question of the day today is, the Greeks that lived 2,000 years ago gave us many things such as theater. What are two other things that they invented? Today we're going to go to the festival of Dionysus. We're going to see what kind of things would happen there, and we're going to learn about the actual place, the theater. All right, so let's go to Canvas. On the home page, you're going to click on Assignments. You're going to check in on your countdown timer, and then you're going to click on Tuesday. And we're going to open its festival time. All right, so Dionysus was pretty cool. He got his own festival. He went through a lot. We got stitched to his father's leg and all that we learned yesterday. And he is going to have an Olympics of sorts, but it is for theater instead of sports. So the Festival of Dionysus starts with an art festival with theater, music, dance, community, and it's a 6-day event in Athens. It is held in the spring, so sort of like spring break. They open the festival with a wooden statue of Dionysus, and as the day progresses, men and boys representing the 10 political tribes in Athens hold dithyrambic competitions, which means they sing. Okay, so they're having a singing competition. They're going to be having lots of fun. They're going to be drinking wine. They're going to be eating food. It's just a big party. Okay. The tragedy, which are the plays that they're going to be doing, translate into goat song. So, on the final day of the festival, when they performed these tragedies, they would then vote to see who had the best play, and they would get this wreath. This is an example of a laurel wreath or an ivy wreath. The green part is the ivy, and the white part is the laurel. All right. So, everything woit's would be closed while this was happening. So everything would be closed. The government would be closed. Businesses would be closed. Everything would be closed. Nothing could happen. It's like a pandemic all over again because everyone would be all about the festival. Even the prisons would release inmates during this festival so that they could attend the plays and the sacrifices. It was that big of a deal. The Greeks thought that you could learn lessons by watching theater, and since you had the catharsis, it would help you to express your emotions, and they thought that the prisoners could learn from that and become active, thriving citizens again, and it was important to them that everyone be thriving. So let's go to the Festival of Dionysus. We're going to watch a presentation, and then you're going to tell me what you think the most exciting part of the festival would be. On this presentation, it's going to take you through the festival day, each day, and what happens there. Afterward, what you're going to do is you're going to write some diary entries, all right, as though you had gone to this festival, all right? If you can't remember what's supposed to happen that day, go back and watch the presentation again. And I want an entry for each day. At the very least, I need 4 sentences per day. At the least, you can write more, all right? So what did a traditional Greek theater look like? So let's talk about the theater, E-R. The theater with the ER means an actual place. The theater with the RE means the art form. So you would go to the theater to watch the theatre. That is how you will remember the spelling. Many of the theaters are still standing, which is a testament to how well they're built. So you can actually go and visit them. They were large open air structures outside, that lots of hillsides, because that's how they used the rake seating. The core of the theater is the orchestra or the dancing place. So that would be here. Remember, this is the theatron, the seeing place. So it's the audience where you're sitting and watching. And then the orchestra is the dancing place. That's where the performance is happening. On the far side, you're going to have the skene or the tent, which is where they change their masks and costumes. You're going to have the paraskena, which is beside the skene, and the proskion, which is in front of the skene. You have the iosodia and the parodia. Pardon my Greek, it's terrible. And we have this entire setup to make it easier for the actors to make entrances and exits. Then you have the seating. There's preferential seating. So certain people get certain spots in the audience. Priests, magistrates, dignitaries, and the front row center was saved for the high priest, all right? The high priest is going to be the one who is really running the religious part of this ceremony. And it would be elaborately carved and beautiful. There are a special block of seats reserved for council members, and they were often stamped with letters. There were 10 tribes, and they often had their own spots as well. So here is a great video that can take you through the different types of theaters and show you how they were. And then this is an example of the theater from the overhead view with all of the labels on it. You are going to use this to do the next part of the assignment. So on this assignment, what you're going to do is you're going to fill out this image, okay? So one of the ways that I suggest you do that is you take a picture of it, a screenshot, and then you use markup to fill in each word. Here is a word bank in case you can't remember, and you can always use the information from the previous page to help you fill this out. All right, well, that's all we would have time to do. The question I would ask you after the learning is, what is the Festival of Dionysus? And please explain one real-world connection that you made today. I would have you rate your learning 1 through 4, and then you would be free to fill out your worksheet. All right, I love you. See you tomorrow. Bye.